man.
All right, we got him.
We like to apologize.
For what? To absolutely no one. The two-time champ does absolutely fucking nothing.
All right, cool. Demi, take us away.
Made In Chafford podcast episode 237. I'm just guessing at this point. Is it 237?
I think so.
Anyway, you already know what time it is. If you don't know, do your Googles. I'm sick and tired of having to tell you every week, but the real is back. The real is back.
Come
Two
on.
Dems, I am him. Himmy Neutron in the flesh.
He's him.
What is this?
The best member of the Dark Skin Society,
Come
DK. What's my man's name? Damson. Watch your back.
Watch your back.
I'm going to pass it to my partner.
Cole Sanusi, Don Corleone in the building, the one and only, a.k.a. Eto Coolins, a.k.a. C-Note,
Yes, sir.
a.k.a. Hollywood Cole.
Yep.
Coming for your left there. What's going on, Monty? What's going on?
Bro.
Because you're next, by the way.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I feel like if I never got the memo of just, come with a bunch of nicknames.
I was going to say, how many people call you them 4 or 5 nicknames?
I've been called him on numerous occasions.
Oh, fair.
Because I am him.
Oh,
Never
wow.
been called him.
Energy. Fair enough. Yeah, man. Coming for your left there, your right ear, surround sound, smart speakers, portable speakers, you name it, we dare. Episode 237. Let's get it.
Damn, you got them intros on lock.
Come on,
For
bro.
real.
Yeah, to be fair, you guys swapped it on.
Come through. Eman's technically next. Technically speaking.
It's Eman G45, the G solid, my name 45 is silent.
Come on.
Skanker's Chibogwe, the Prince of the East.
Yep.
Tinfoil Hat Eames.
Come on.
Black Mamba Dove.
Oh my
TAM.
days.
Yeah.
God is great. I'm on the camera, but you'll hear me in and out. Yeah. Pause.
Of course. Oh, fucking course. Go on, Monty. Show 'em what you're working with, bro. Go on. Pause.
Can't breathe.
Monty, a.k.a. Young Money Monts, a.k.a. soon to be Millid, a.k.a. fresh crepes on my feet every time you see me,
Yes,
Come
sir.
on.
a.k.a. Clark's Connoisseur,
Come
Clark's
on.
connoisseur.
Let's go.
yeah, a.k.a. Don't Chat.
Come on.
That's all I got for you right now.
Listen, bro, that's great.
That's
A lot of people come in there and like they freeze and they get scared and don't know what to say, but
Yeah, I can't do no fluffing, bro. That's
that was
like
energy.
counterintuitive, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. And last but not least,
I'm Zig Zig, I'm a producer and artist. That's it. That's what I got. I ain't got no nicknames.
boo this man.
That's it.
Nah, I'm joking. Nah, it's all good, man. I'm glad you guys are here. Shouts out to Michael. We've been speaking about this for a while. Obviously, Monty, you came into the office maybe up to like 6-7 months ago.
Yeah.
Obviously, we spoke for a little bit, heard your music. Was
Yeah.
like, listen, it would be dope to get you on. But obviously, timing just makes sense to get people on when they have, bodies of work to talk about and all that stuff. So the fact that we've finally make it happen.
Finally, bro.
It's
It's
good
like
to
project
see.
finally out as well. I've been sat on the project for so long.
How do you feel?
Too long, mate.
Oh, bro, like it's
Too long.
it's like a thing where I'm happy because it like took me a while to like refine my sound and like make like I felt like if I made this project I would have to have like tracks to follow up the project where I could be like, okay, cool, I've kept the level of like quality and like the sound that I wanted to keep as well.
Yeah.
So like it kind of makes sense that I sat on it for so long, but again it's like a bit of a weight off my shoulders, I'm not gonna lie.
No, I hear
Like
it.
to finally get it out.
And I respect that because you don't want to just put anything out. And you just from what you said, you sound like someone who you're probably a perfectionist and you didn't want to just put out anything. So it had to be as close to perfect as it could be. Was there a lot of chopping in terms of, how can I put it? In terms of tracks. So you probably did way more tracks than you put on the EP, but trying to whittle it down to the best ones that made the most cohesive story. Because that's what I will say from listening to it. It sounds very cohesive and well put together.
Thank you. But now I think like it wasn't like, so I feel like usually when an artist would go, all right, cool, project time, they go, okay, here's what I want to make. Let's just make a bag of tracks and then we'll just select, the 5 best tracks to go on the project after. But it was actually just a thing where we were like, cool, we want to release a project at X time, but we ended up just starting with a few ideas, scrapping them, starting with a few more ideas and like a skeleton, scrapping that, and then
Yeah.
ended up like getting like, you know, the beats that we hear first. I'm like, damn, that's like the intro track with like the strings
Yeah.
coming in and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, okay. And I'm like, we ended up just building a cohesive idea off of that. And it was not like we had an idea first. The idea came after the music was made, to be fair.
Yeah, that is true.
I like that. And that, do you know what? It's interesting that you mentioned that first song, because we have a lot of people that come on here, and I'll be real, some good, some not so good.
Yeah.
And you can often tell from the first beat that they choose for that intro song what you're in for. I was like, I stood up and took notice. Like that, your beat selection in general is very impressive. Like,
Well, I feel like that's credit to Zig, because
Thank you.
Zig
I was waiting for that one.
it's like a thing where like away from like our professional, I guess, relationship, like we hang out as boys like, a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like I'll put Zig onto what I'm listening to, Zig will put me onto what he's listening to. And like he knows my taste and he knows where I want to go with everything.
Yeah.
So if I go, yo, like I'm feeling this vibe,
yeah.
he'll start strapping a beat and I'll be like, like you've nailed what I'm trying to
Yeah,
think
yeah.
of. And it's like I don't have although I do produce like for my other brethren, like I don't have like the level of production skill that I would want for myself just yet.
Yeah.
And like Zig knows how to nail that for me.
Yeah.
Like right now. So
Yeah, it was like kind of like I guess you could call it a joint project, kind of. But yeah, Monty was kind of just feeding me the ideas, like you said, and yeah, we were building on that, and then he was saying, "What do you think of this?" And I would give my 2 cents on that, and then move forward. Very
How long
much.
have you been producing for?
God, I don't know. Actually, fucking hell, maybe 5-6 years now.
Yeah.
But it takes a while. It takes a while, bro, to just like
100%.
I don't know exactly the saying, but the beginners focus on the intermediate skills, the intermediates focus on the expert skills, and the experts focus on the beginner skills.
Yeah.
So it's like come right back around full circle. Not saying that I'm an expert, but like
Yeah.
I'm trying to focus on the basics because that's the most important thing to get your sound. The basics are the most important thing. And with this project, even though it was made like quite a while ago, I feel like the beats do kind of stand the test of time, at least for like a year. We'll see what happens in a couple of years time, but
Yeah,
I think for now I'm very happy with them and the way it turned out.
And to be honest, like I was saying to Michael earlier, like, and kind of echoing what Demi's saying, it's very cohesive, and you're very much an MC. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like hearing
yeah.
it, if I was to take all the production away, all of the, you know, the like the world building you're doing and the videos and everything, you're very much a spitter. So what was the transition like for you, kind of taking that MC mindset and trying to create actually a body of work? Because for a lot of people, I feel like that can be quite difficult, because you're now thinking about song structure, you're now thinking about hooks, you're now thinking about, is this song too long? Am I barring too much?
Yeah.
What was that process for you for Beechwood?
So it's like, it was more of like, as my lifestyle changed, my music changed. So when I first started making music, or when I first decided that I would want to see where it would go, like because I'm from Devon, like Exeter, and down there the only scene is like rave music. So it's jungle, drum and bass, and garage. So it's like that's the only avenues I could really think to go down, apart from like the other dons who were already rapping down there, was either like that greasy like boom bap, like the graffiti lot.
Yeah.
It was either that or it was like drill rappers.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, so garage, like jungle is what I'm going.
Okay.
And then that developed into garage, and then moving to London, like I just kind of started not really going out like that much. I don't really go raving. It's not really my bag. Like I don't want to be in a crowd full of like bodies.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Sweaty bodies.
I'm trying. Like that was hard to not have a pause sentence there.
I didn't hear it, to be fair. Yeah.
But like, yeah. So it's like, and also like the music I listen to change.
Okay.
I feel like I did the classic thing of like being a late teenager, early like 20s, and like being hella like or had like a little lazy phase where I didn't really buck anyone. I didn't really like go yard. I was just making music in the yard. And in that time, I was just like, boom, started listening to bare different artists. Like, I didn't listen to garage no more. I didn't listen to dance music no more.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, boom, started listening to like more jazz, like more American hip hop. Like, got really in my Kendrick bag. And then like the whole idea of like concept albums, like also I've heard concept albums before, but like the music I grew up listening to that were concept albums, I wouldn't really deep that.
Yeah.
So it's like stuff that I've had to go back to, like a Kanye album. Like I can guarantee when Yeezus come out, I didn't go, right, this is crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, but now I listen to it now, I'm like older, I'm like, yo, I can respect, that's crazy.
So would you say there's a concept behind Beechwood, or would you say, because obviously it's quite, I feel like it's a bit more difficult with EPs. Typically,
Yeah.
because obviously there's less attention, and you know you're trying to get a lot of stuff off in a small period of time. But would you say there's a concept behind it?
I'd say like, especially like around running. So like running obviously is like the long track, beat switch in the middle.
Yep.
And like the second half was used for like no Hirachis because it had like the TikTok that did well and whatnot.
Yeah.
But the initial thing for that was like in the first half of running, I'm like, okay, here's all like the shit I got on my mind right now. And then the second half is like just me like waffling about like girls, like clothes and like drinks and doing whatever. So it was meant to be like the first half is like everything that's in my head. And then the second half is everything that I'm not doing to battle that, basically.
Right, okay.
So it's kind of that, and it's like also like the actions and everything I'm saying, like the stuff that I'm doing is more just like stuff that I would do when I was back home. Beechwood is like the road I grew up on, like with the lads when I was back there.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I wouldn't say it's a full concept. It's not like damn, but it's like I don't have like 15 tracks to portray that, like, do you know what I mean? I feel like my first album definitely will be.
Yeah, but that song definitely feels like the centerpiece of the project, because the beat switch in particular takes you on a completely different journey. Like I audibly laughed when you dropped the bar about the Harachi.
For me, it was the one about Star Sands on the first track.
Oh, that's how bad. Oh, you're Aquarius. I'm a Leo.
Oh, bro, I do actually play it dumb every time. I know I'm an Aries, and I go, oh, my birthday's March 31st. What does that mean? And Aries, I go, okay, so what does that mean then? Do you know what I mean?
Nah, you have to.
I gotta play it dumb, bro.
Yeah, no, it's a must. It's a must.
Free game every time.
What's your favourite track off the album, the both of you? Or not the EP, sorry.
I would have to say this side. I just feel like the beat is so, like, it's one of my favourite beats that I've done, I'd say. Just, I don't know why. It's just like, it's like the keys or the roads on it are like water. I just love that sound. And then, just the whole concept of this side. And yeah, it's one of my favorite beats, I would say.
Yeah, I'll probably say.
I know Backway's one of your favorite.
Yeah, maybe. I'm probably gonna say Harvey Nicks, just because it's like, if like for when I was making the EP in terms of sonically, I was like, okay, cool. Let me make some songs that aren't out that I would want to listen to if I wasn't me.
Okay.
And I think Harvey Nicks is like definitely like more the vibe of what I listen to on a daily.
Yeah.
So I'm like probably like today I was listening to the EP, trying to not think it was me, and I was like, oh, okay, I actually fuck with it. Like,
that's important.
Trying to like dissociate myself from myself, which is weird.
Arrogant.
I hear it though, because like a lot of artists don't really like to listen to themselves. Well, it depends who you talk to, you know what I mean? But I do get like a kind of Cushion OJ kind of vibe from hearing that track, just because it's very like laid back and like the jazz elements. The beat is, you know, it complements like how you're spitting on the mic. For me, I think my favorite song is the outro. It feels very like
that's Henry's
introspective.
favorite.
Like you're really getting into a bag where like you're talking about stuff that, you know, rappers, when they do get an introspective bag, kind of devy into. Like you're talking about, you know, stuff that's happened to you in your life. The fact that you're a noughties baby, which makes me cry because I'm a 90s baby. But like you're definitely, you got your heart on your sleeve. Obviously the bar might have your heart on your sleeve and it's turned cold. Like I resonated with it, truthfully. I think that's definitely your strong suit. And I'm curious to know, like, obviously, like you're again, you're a noughties baby. You're beginning your journey here. Where would you say there's areas where you feel like you can elevate your sound and be able to like push on? Because you're only really you're a young guy. You got your rest of your career in front of you.
Yeah.
Where would you feel like you can be like, all right, this is an area where I can be like, I can crack on.
In terms of like the introspective stuff, like that was the first time I've done it and felt comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, obviously starting like the whole like transition into like that sort of music was like, I did think to myself once, like, how many like Shubs anthems can I make or like try and make? How many times can I talk about getting waved?
Yeah, of course.
And it's like, it's very limited. And it's like,
So we made a whole EP before getting like about that before this EP.
Whole project that was just about getting waved.
Okay.
And I was like,
never saw the light of day.
it will never see the light of day.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's like, I do feel like, although it's a little bit more deeper and a little bit more introspective, I feel like I could have gone further with it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But because, like I said, I made that a long time ago, like over a year ago, and like since then I've developed more, I'd say, which is a good thing because I don't never want to stop developing. But
Of course.
but I'd like to be like more articulate with if I'm making an emotional track or something along them lines. I'd like to be able to articulate that a bit better.
Yeah.
And apart from that, it's just sound development, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm hearing a lot of the stuff that I'm hearing now of like people who would make a similar sound to me, people who are developing, they're all developing in different ways. Like I recently, I was in a studio with Seb, 5EB, if you know who that is.
I don't think I do.
Fendi 5. He's like, he makes like the chill bag, the jazzy bag. But he's gone down like a whole like rage beats, Playboy Carti beats. I'm not saying like, but I'm saying like, what I'm saying is like all these artists going down these different bags and excelling in it. There's no reason that I can't do that as well.
Yeah.
So once I see a bag that I'm like, okay, cool. Like I saw this bag with the EP, I'm like, cool, I want that.
Yeah.
Next one I see, I'm gonna be like, cool, I want that as well.
Yeah.
But try and keep it cohesive and not to be too erratic with it. Do you know what I mean?
It's just, is it about just expanding and not just trying to be pigeonholed and someone identifying you? That's your sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, basically. Because like as well as that, it's like my favorite artists who I take a lot of inspiration or like definitely like aspire to like, you know, or when I was younger aspire to be like them. Because people like Kendrick, like, you know, if you compare like Pimp a Butterfly to Damn or to Mr. Morale, or like maybe not Drake, but Drake has stayed relevant by making a different album every 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So although I'd like to say that I'd like my albums to be a bit more, bit less like easy to consume.
Yeah.
I'd say.
No, I hear you, and I think a good comparison bringing up Kendrick, because for me, I feel like he's obviously I'm not saying you're the same as Kendrick.
Yeah.
Hopefully, God willing, you will be one
God,
day.
God
But
willing.
what I want to say is like he's when you hear him, the first time I heard him, he was very evidently good at rapping. Like everybody knows that he's a fucking sick rapper, and I felt the same way when I heard you. I was like, he's very obviously good at rapping.
I appreciate that.
The problem with Kendrick initially for me, as being a big fan of him back then, was he struggled a bit with like not creating songs, so he could easily make songs, but sometimes hooks won't always land because he's so good at articulating raps that he might the hooks come up a bit lazy. Whereas if you hear him on Damn now, he's a hook. He knows how to do a hook if he wants to do a hook. Whereas to be Butterfly, that wasn't his bag. He'd get somebody else to sing a hook or wherever it may be. So do you ever see yourself envisioning yourself like be able to becoming more melodic, or maybe getting people to kind of jump on like a feature to make your songs more palatable in certain respects? Because I feel like you can do both.
Yeah.
Because like when you're doing your hooks, you're not necessarily like being melodic. You're still spitting through your hooks. But do you ever feel like you can get into melodic bag at some point?
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to, and I have before.
Yeah.
Like on a couple tracks that I released, but I want to refine it and find like my proper voice there first.
Yeah.
Before I go crazy with it.
I hear you.
Because even like when I'm rapping now, like day to day, my voice will change. So like when I'm recording, I'll go to a one studio and go to a next studio the next day, and I'll be like, man, my voice sounds different. I can't really help that, but as long as I can find like my voice in melodic and like know how to like use my voice properly, then I'll definitely jump on that bag.
Yeah.
I got a lot of people. I listen to a lot of like melodic music, people who are rappers who are basically talking but they're melodic. Saint and Bowo, two rappers who do that very, very well.
Does it really well.
Bowo does it amazingly.
Yeah.
So I definitely love to get in that bag.
Yeah, and it's tricky to do, but when you get there, it's sick. Because like I know, like we talk about Dave a lot, and we love Dave.
Yeah.
But sometimes I hear Dave on certain tracks, and I'm like, your voice doesn't quite match.
He's fighting for his life.
What you want to do on this chorus. Like you sound like you're fighting the chorus.
Yeah.
But
agree
you're
with that.
obviously an elite rapper.
Yeah.
So hopefully you get to that point where you can. I mean, it's obviously about development and getting to that stage, but hopefully that's a bag you can unlock because you can easily take what you're doing now to like a whole different level.
I mean, that's a bag that I'm working on my own to do.
Yeah.
Like, so I do like if there's a day where I'm not in the studio to create like my own music, I'll be at home making beats and making songs anyway. And more often than not, because I'm on my own, that's where I can experiment and not have to waste anyone's time. And if what I'm making just goes in a bin after, then that's fine. I haven't wasted my own time because at least I've tried something. Yeah. So more often than not, I'll do like the melodic stuff on my own. Yeah. Trying to find that bag there. Yeah. And once I do, then boom, I'll use it to my advantage. Definitely.
What would you say is your creative process? Because you must write. So, and what you do put to the pen and the paper is great. How do you go about that process?
To be honest, like I'm pretty sure for especially this project, most of the stuff or like most of like the standout bars from the project would be stuff that I've like seen or stuff that has just come to me walking down the street, and I'll voice note it, and then just put it in a note or write it down when I can, or annoyingly like 3 a.m. when I'm trying to sleep, pisses me off, bro, every time. But yeah, to be honest, most of it is just voice notes, and it's jarring. It's not jarring, but if my phone was to ever get hacked and my voice notes got leaked,
oh no,
done, bro. It's almost horrible.
That's crazy.
It's horrible. But yeah, and then I'll just expand on that. I'll be like, oh, that's not an intro bar, so I'll enter space, put it down in the middle, write a 8-bar either side of it, and that'll be the verse there. That'll be the verse there.
That's impressive, and not the answer I expected, but I think that's. You got to use technology, and that's a very unique way to use it as well.
I try to, because I see people like Steve Lacy like making hits on the phone, and I'm like, bro, like I've got this, so let me try and use that tool to my advantage.
How does Steve Lacy go about making a hit on his phone?
GarageBand.
Yeah, all through GarageBand.
He makes like.
I think he got Grammy nominated.
He produced what? He produced one off Damn on a phone as well.
Yeah. I can't remember which one it was actually.
Crazy.
That is insane. I can't believe that. I mean, he's very talented, so I can't say
Steve Lacy's a beast, bro.
Yeah. Been doing it for a minute, so the fact that he's finally got his recognition is deserved.
I'm glad he gets his flowers.
True, 100%. I think he's definitely someone. I don't know, like he's gone a bit quiet, but he's always someone to watch out for. And I think he's frustrated that he blew up because of TikTok.
His clips on.
Do you see the clips? The
so
clips were
funny,
brazy.
man.
The clips were brazy.
Yeah,
it's brazy because I've seen Dons do that, like with my own eyes. If I'm on, like, I've seen Dons go like, going to the crowd, shh, 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 shh.
Horror,
and I'm
horror.
like,
Don't
you
do
are
that.
a neek. What
Don't
you
do
do?
that.
Oh no, there's one that's really bad
Can't
where Lord, who her most famous song is probably she did one of the songs for the Hunger Games soundtrack. Anyway, she went to tell the crowd to keep quiet so she could hit this
I've
note.
seen this. It's
horror.
horror.
I've not seen it.
It's so bad. Like I'll show you afterwards. But she wants to hit this note and she tells the crowd to keep quiet, and she goes with the note and it's awful. She
Bless her,
completely
mate.
misses it. It was
One day, Lord.
One day.
One day, mate. Yeah.
That's peak.
Man.
That's
Yeah,
peak.
for real.
Bro, just do your thing. If you haven't got the crowd already, then it's your own fault.
Yeah,
bro.
that's
like,
a
do you know what I mean?
fact.
If they're there to see you and they can't even focus, then you're a nerd, bro. What you doing?
Yeah.
At the same time, there can be some jarring fans out there, for sure.
100%. But
You know.
she didn't need to do all that. Telling the crowd to keep quiet so that you could impress them with a note and then not hit that note. That's insane.
Yeah, that is just
That is a L.
Big L.
We've been to some small gigs where people playing have told the crowd to be quiet,
Yeah,
and that was
disgusting.
Yeah,
How do you feel
disgusting.
about performing and taking that like that step? Like, have you done any performances? Would you like to? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you want to do more
Yeah.
performances. What's
Yeah.
that process like for you?
I love it. Well, it's because before, like when I was just an MC, like that was the only thing. Like before, I didn't have a home set up.
Yeah.
Like before, I didn't even know how to Logic was alien to me or something. Like the only thing I knew how to like do, or the thing that I could do to progress at all musically, was to try and get on the list for a rave and just grab mic. But so like that's what I've been doing from the start, and that's something that I don't want to. That's something that I don't want to lose for sure. Like I definitely love playing to crowds, and I love gassing crowds. I've never really played a show where I've had to stand there and do like an emotional song. Whenever I hit stage, it's always been a gas one, so I'm excited to see what it would be like and how people would react to me doing a more introspective song. But more often than not, I've hit the stage with a garage song or like a gas song, or I know, drum and bass back in the day, like you drop a bar, get a wheel up. Or like a grime radio show where all you're doing is dropping like wheel up bars. Like I haven't done one of them in years, but something like that. I love performing.
But that gives you already a step up ahead of other up and coming artists, because that's the biggest thing. Certain people blow up on TikTok and then they become this household name, and then you see their stage presence is awful.
Yeah.
God bless her, but Ice Spice, when I think it was Rolling Loud last year, was an absolute joke. And listen, I rock with her, but her stage presence was not there. So you've already got that one up that other people won't. So I think that would be so valuable going forward for you.
I think it's appreciated more as well, because I feel like we're like you know, like there was a whole thing recently about like UK music has washed everything, but I feel like recently we've had the more resurgence of like there's a bit more of a cult following for UK music again.
Yeah.
And I feel like the people who are into UK, like especially UK rap, are music lovers rather than just radio consumers now. And that's like, okay, cool. They're the ones who are going to show up at your events and actually show love and make sure that, you know, they're playing a part in your event being good as well. So hopefully that's reflected when I next play a show. But we'll see.
I was going to say, who said that thing about UK music?
Oh, it's a whole TikTok trend.
Really?
Wait, what?
I've been seeing it about like the slideshows on TikTok saying like the UK music scene's washed.
Slideshows.
That's a throwback. I mean, I'd say I'd disagree, but that's an interesting thing.
It's a complex one, man.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
It's very, very tricky. Eman, is there anything you want to ask? I just realised, man.
Would you go back to Jungle?
The jungle.
Would you actually?
If it was in the right bag.
Wow.
If it was in the right bag. But it wouldn't be like I don't think I'd do like bait jungle. I would want to have like some mad watery roads, like some super chill liquid. I would do like that.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
Some jazzy stuff, get a saxophone on there type deal. But yeah, 100%, bro. I like, just because I don't do it anymore I don't think I wouldn't do it again. Like I feel like, yeah, I've developed my sound, but I can also develop an older sound to match what I want to do now as well. So I wouldn't write it off. That's a whole culture and scene there that I'm not gonna like. I can't slate them because they're all doing their thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah, that is interesting. So, how do you describe jungle? Because I'm just trying to get a picture of it.
It's like, it's just like drum and bass, like 174 BPM.
174.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quick.
And then just mad drums, and then just like I don't know, how would you describe it?
Can you spit over that?
Yeah,
of course you can.
But if you
174.
Yeah, man.
If you half time it, it's hip hop as well.
I hear that, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
All those drum and bass songs you're hearing, man, them were going mad over those, bro.
what's a popular drum and bass song?
What? I mean, as in like jungle wise.
Yeah.
Shy Effects and what's that song?
It was one recently that went
the
really
Fred Again
viral.
one with Flow Dan.
Yeah, that's it.
But I don't know if that's like 140s or not. But that's like that vibe.
Wow. I mean, I'm just impressed. I didn't think, because I've heard.
He's used to that.
Yeah.
That's where he came from.
Yeah.
Like,
That probably gives you more training, because I feel like if you can spit over that, there is nothing you can't do.
hear it, but you're fighting for your life.
You are.
That's insane. I wouldn't think. That's why, to me, that sound is just something that you let the beat do its thing. That's the impression I've always had. I've never thought someone would sing over it because it's not quite house. I can get spitting over drum and bass, but jungle like the BPM you just said to me is crazy that people can catch that beat.
Yeah,
it is crazy. But there's like a lot of like the like I don't know where the beats are from in America, but they're going like that speed now on like trap beats.
Is it? I don't think.
But there's
Jersey dance beats.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah.
And they just do it. You can hear it when you listen to it. That they're recording it bar by bar. But they're still sliding on it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool. Like maybe I'll go down that route with it. Like no one's really done that yet. I don't know. But there's so many different bags. Like genre mixing, bro. Like it's cold.
Yeah, for real.
Don't see why not.
Yeah, I think it's because it'll just make you stand out. And I think we're living in an age whereby if something sells, that's all people do. And that's one thing I liked about listening to your EP. It was so refreshing to take a break from what has been or what is considered the mainstream. Like I'd listened to that Future album and I was just so disappointed. I was like, it was just so refreshing to be able to get an artist be introspective and not just stay on one topic and continue to talk about that topic. After a while, I'm like, bro, how many times can I hear Future talk about women and drugs? Like,
people love that shit.
They do.
People lap that up.
But a whole album of it is
true. I know. I agree with you. I agree with you.
So this was a breath of fresh air. You had obviously the tunes that, because they get gassed, the introspective ones, there's singing on there. It's like everything you could want from an EP or a project was there. So I encourage everyone to take it in and listen to it properly because it is just so nice to hear something
Thank you, man.
different. Yeah,
I do appreciate that. Like for like everyone who had a part of it, just made like I listened to it on the way here.
Yeah,
and I listened to Metro's album today as well, and I don't know why I was like, okay, let me compare the two.
Yours is better, my friend. I'll tell you that. I have no problem saying that.
I mean, like I don't know. I was just like, because I obviously I just see myself as myself. I don't really see like in terms of like when it comes to like making an album, I'm not like. I don't feel like I have the same process as anyone else. I just make the music and see how it goes, really. And I'm like, cool, well, have I made something cohesive? And I think I have, so I'm happy with it. Like,
if that was your goal, you've succeeded.
Thank you,
which makes me interested. What for you would you say is next? And what sort of direction are you looking to go in? Because obviously you dropped this. Where do we go next?
I think, well, we've obviously got the summer coming up. So I'd like to see what I want to do after the summer. I wouldn't mind like dropping some, like at the end of summer, some like sunset tunes, like you know, like the 9 p.m. Your waves with your brethren, like that sort of stuff. But I definitely want to be more collaborative.
Yeah,
I definitely want to be more collaborative. I've got like a lot of brethren who like are doing way different stuff to me that I feel like could bring sick flavors to like whatever I'm making.
Yeah.
But the stuff that I've been making is like still more down like the jazz route, boppy, like still focusing on flows when I'm spitting because that's like just the bag that I like. It's like what I would listen to. And then still trying to go like down like the more steezy route of it. Definitely for me.
Yeah. I think that's a good direction, and I guess it's the same thing I always want to see when we have an artist come up on here. Just keep releasing music. Like you can't think how important that is. And I know for you, as someone who's a perfectionist, that probably is difficult. You probably think, oh no, that's not ready to go out into the world. But people are clearly listening, and you've got the people's ear. Now is the time really to strike, and you're obviously very talented, both of you. So it'd be a shame to see you decide to hold back when you've just you've released something so worthwhile.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to have another dry spell. Like,
no, exactly.
I've done it already, and you don't get anything from it. So,
no, you don't.
Yeah, we were talking about that recently. How I think it's an interview with Little Sims or something. But she just said, don't be too precious about your music.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's so true. You just need to drop everything.
Yeah.
Like everything when you can, I think drop it, because I think holding stuff back, unless you're the biggest artist in the world, you know.
Well, that's it.
Because once you get bigger, then you can start thinking about that, because people will start wanting it. But at least at my stage where I'm at, you know, I just need to drop everything I've got whenever it's ready.
Yeah, I think that's so important. And you can't put a price on that. And you see it, it's what they talk about online constantly. If you don't feed your audience, they're just going to starve. And then someone else might come along who will...
There is no perfect time, essentially.
Yeah, no, exactly.
The best time is now.
100%.
Yeah.
So I think make sure that you keep on that track, and just keep dropping music.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll be listening.
I agree.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
So, speaking about the biggest artists in the world.
Oh, God.
Drake and J.Cole versus Kendrick.
Yeah.
Who's your money on?
It's a handicap match.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What? Like
2 versus 1.
Hang on, no, okay.
What team or what? Who's my money on?
Let me be specific. Drake versus Kendrick, yeah?
Yeah.
If their man are gonna go bar for bar,
Yeah.
It's obvious.
who's your money on?
Obviously Kendrick,
Yeah.
innit?
I think so.
My money's on Cole. I
What?
think Kendrick is...
He just said.
all three of them.
He did, to be fair, he did
Cole's in that
specify
camp, but he
after the fact.
He
Yeah.
said
in
all
that
three
camp.
names, didn't
He did.
I was in that camp.
But he
I was in that
specified
camp.
after the fact. Yes.
You're with me. You're the same with me.
I was in the same camp though.
Liam's gone to the world.
Interesting. Why Kendrick? Why?
Bro, like, I was actually saying just before we came in, yeah. Like, firstly, Kendrick just is the better spitter.
He's the best out of the three of them.
Best, obviously, like, but
Do you think obviously?
Yeah.
Ability-wise, yes, by far.
I don't know, man.
By a mile.
why? What? Do you
I just think
But that doesn't mean everything.
where Cole is at right now, I genuinely feel he's the best rapper in the world.
Right now, yes.
J.
If we're talking
Cole?
about form and ability and
Yeah,
if we're
he's
talking-
it.
you know the best players in the world right now, not necessarily the best players in the world.
Yeah.
J.
Period,
Cole is
yeah.
performing at a stage right now where he's the best out of the three.
Yeah, but only because Mr. Morale weren't good. Or weren't that good.
Yeah.
Nah, I agree with him, though. Nah, I agree.
Come on.
I agree. I think if we're going by that
around
metric,
the big mid.
then I agree.
Bro, yeah.
Just around the big mid. Good one. Good one.
What makes you say that? What makes you say it was it wasn't a good album?
Who was yapping?
He was
I
yapping.
can't lie. Can't lie.
yapping.
He is right, bro.
Do you think so?
He was yapping.
Like, bro,
I
like,
thought it was a good album, man.
It was good. It was good album.
Well, maybe not to his
It was
standards,
good.
maybe.
If you look at the last album, you look at Damn. Compare it to Damn.
bro,
Compare it to Pimp a Butterfly.
Compare it to flipping Untitled, bro.
Compare it, yeah, exactly. Everyone forgets about Untitled.
Oh, I don't know, man. Untitled is great, yes.
Is it great? I think it's Lucy's. Like I
But
don't.
that's my point. It's not on that. But no, back to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Why do you think Kendrick would wash Drake?
Because
in the
I think J. Cole is bro, I feel like peak saying this, but for lack of better words, I find J. Cole corny.
offended?
I'm sorry.
On behalf of J. Cole.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, he's a great musician, but
Yeah, go on.
subject matter, he's corny.
I think he's got grown out of that though, because I was with you in terms of I felt that way as well.
Corny in terms of what, though?
2014 is like I hear it. What's that one where he talks about losing his virginity? Like, brother, I don't really need to hear that.
Oh, Wet Dreams.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's-
That was
it's-
a banger, though, back in the day.
But with
That was a banger.
29-year-old ears, it's not. It's gross. Like
I hear you.
So he has had corny moments.
It's gross. So matter of fact.
But I feel like he's got rid of that side. That last project was incredible. And the run he's been on, he's been smoking people on their own songs for the last year and a half. Kendrick has opened a can of worms because if that boy, and he's good at dissing people because he's going to just, the way he did
Yeah.
False Prophets, people forget that exists.
I don't think that was a diss though.
How could it not be?
I don't think it was a diss.
Well,
I just
he's
think-
telling my man, listen, he's teaching him a lesson. Either way, I like that style of dissing. Like, listen,
feel
I'm not
like
even gonna call you names or anything. I'm gonna just say what the people are thinking.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like he read Wale. He read Kanye.
Yeah,
I
good.
didn't think he dissed them.
I think that's a diss.
I just feel like he said what everyone else knew already.
I agree,
But he
but
just put it on a beat. And I feel like even like I find KOD corny.
I hear. Yeah,
Album.
Kids on Drugs was awful
The same thing.
Because it's like it gives me the same. It's like
that's an ick. I can't lie.
it is, bro. Like although like let me not get twisted. Like the subject matter obviously is like sensitive and etc. Like it's speaking out on a good subject, but like Kids on Drugs, it gives me the same vibe as like it gives me the same vibe as like an indie artist being like, I'm a bad kid.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Yeah.
But you know what? Let me be honest from my perspective on this whole thing.
Yeah.
I think people are not being honest about the situation. So, me personally, just so you guys know, I love all three of them. I really do.
So do I.
I love between Drake and J.Cole, depends how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And Kendrick, I think is the best out of them, but I prefer the other two personally. If you to ask me straight up,
Fair.
Really?
I think over Kendrick just about.
Okay, fair enough.
You know me. I love J.Cole. I think people are not being honest about the situation.
Okay.
Because people are picking who their favorite is.
Okay.
And saying, oh, he's gonna wash them. Right. Let's go through them one by one.
Okay.
J. Cole was at least battle tested.
Okay.
Man was beefing Diggy Simmons or whatever my man's name is. Yeah. Who is like 15 years he's senior to him. Yeah. Well, J. Cole is to him.
Yeah.
Drake, whether we like it or not, he's the most battle tested out of the three of them.
Yeah.
He is.
Ghostwriter.
He is.
No, come on, back to back exists.
Common. He's beef McMill.
Pusha.
He's beef P Diddy. He's beef Pusha. Yes, he lost a few of them.
Ludacris.
He's beefed Bear Man. Bear Man don't like him, and he's more often than not all the time, but more often than not, he showed out. He beefed what's his name? Joe Budden.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. We've got Kendrick Lamar now. The only guy he's beefed, from what I know, is Big Sean.
Boo.
And Drake.
And now Drake. Yes.
I mean, he's been beefing him for a while, though.
Yeah.
Subliminally.
So I feel like people are writing off Drake because it's kind of easy to do. He's soft. He does weird stuff in the news, weird stuff in the media.
What weird stuff are you referring to?
He's a weirdo.
I need the max
Drake.
He knows.
I love Drake, but let's be frank. He's a bit of a weirdo, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
He
I
is.
feel like people are writing man off as if you can't drop a back-to-back or a what's the Tupac song we're playing earlier in the fucking
Hit 'em up.
office? I hit him up because he could do it.
I think he's
I think
not
he can.
going to. The reason I'm
And
not
I
even.
think he should.
He's not going to. I'd be shocked if
He knows
replies.
that Kendrick can body him. He knows
I
that.
don't think it's
know
that.
if
Like,
he rates him like that. I don't think they rate each other.
I'm not.
They don't.
That's why I feel like I'm hoping Kendrick disses him again, so that Drake has to do something.
The thing
Yeah, I
is,
would
Drake
love to
will
see
never
that.
reply to this. It's too techie for. He's out of that space.
Yeah.
I think that Pusha beef, like, it would have scarred me. I didn't want the world to know I had a child, and now
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
putting
yeah.
it on Front Street.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Pusha
I
slap.
just think Drake is a business.
Given the
Yeah,
child, it's
I
like
agree.
his whole life
His whole this is dad.
display, and he made sure that he made
His
sure
BM?
that his
Come
character was in question.
Yeah.
Forget about the kid. His character was in question.
The cover of the actual disc as well. The story of added on is him in blackface as a black man. That's insane.
Wow.
Yikes.
That's actually Pusha was playing 3D chess.
Yeah,
Drake can never
Yeah,
get
he
into
can't
beef again.
come
He can't
He
afford
definitely
it.
lost that one, but I'm just saying with Kendrick,
That changed his life. If you actually deep that, it can change his life.
But I feel like with Kendrick, I have not seen it enough from Kendrick to feel like he's gonna wash him.
yeah.
I feel like with Big Sean, I could probably take Big Sean.
Big Sean is
in the
bad.
rap battle.
But
No,
you know
I
that-
do like Big Sean, but I'm just saying, like, for context, I
Yeah.
feel like Drake is a bigger proposition to deal
Oh,
with.
you know what?
Compared to him.
What's his name? Shouts to
Go on.
Dead Capri, and basically I had a conversation with him on Insta, and we were speaking about how he said that the verse on Like That on Metro's album was weak in terms of a diss.
Yeah, it was.
I'm saying it's more of a response than anything else, than a diss. Would you agree or not?
I don't think it was meant to be a diss though. I think the public just made it that. To be honest. And
Nah, it's a diss.
like it's
And your
a
best
diss,
work
the
is a
same way.
light pack. What are we talking about? That's it. You just I've released how many albums has Drake released? 14.
Yeah.
And your best work is a light pack. And the only reason he said that is because his cousin was supposed to be on one of the songs. Get out of here,
Nigga bum.
nigga. Bum.
He was angry, bro.
He was.
felt
That. Do you know what? That album's terrible, but that's an incredible song. I feel like this is happening a lot in music. They made the album for that song, and it was like, shit, we can't just release this album, we can't just release this song, let's make 20 songs around this, because it was awful. I was like, after a while I was like, I'm not finishing this.
Yeah, but most producer artist collab albums are terrible anyway.
But they've got a connection, so I'm disappointed.
Are they?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah. I think so.
I expected more because I know that, and they've done work together that has been much better than this. And Metro is much better. I was just Future can be Future, but
phoned it in.
That was 100%. Not good. After what? Heroes and Villains, was that the last episode from him?
Yeah.
Incredible body of work.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you dropped the ball this massively.
The thing
It
is
was so
with
quick
these,
though.
Yeah, the thing is with these, man, and in terms of them like clashing each other or like the rap beef, they all spit in such a different way where the sends are gonna be so different, and I feel like you'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if like the public reaction is that Drake wins because of how he disses. Like if you look at like J.Cole is the type to I guess in like you see it in False Prophets where he picks apart someone's character and goes, you ain't built like that. And then Kendrick will come with like I'm better than you and here's why. Yeah. And then Drake will be like, I pull up in the Nike puffer and
that's my concern. If he comes with the I've got more money and I get more bitches than you to Kendrick, it's gonna be a long day.
No, but it's just he'll do like the whole like militant. He'll do like the whole like militant like pull up in the night club.
I think he's right.
And like the sicko mode type
slap out the Rolls Royce window like type
if he whispers on a bloody track.
Oh my days. Yeah.
But
True.
yeah, they all diss in such different ways that whoever I just got a weird feeling that the public will say Drake will win because he'll say some cool bars that will be like, I don't know, that will like be steezy, where it'll be like, oh, like roll down the window at night in my night puffer and slap out the window with my belly on, and or like, oh, like you saw what I did to X, like, I don't know. Yeah. And like it'll be like people will be like, oh my days, bare subliminals, and Drake's on this gully thing, like he's gonna like do a madness, and then Kendrick might come with some beautiful stuff that's like an amazing diss written in such an artistic way. People will overlook that because Drake said something like where he looks cool.
But I think, to your point, I would say that the diss or the whatever on like that was more of that ilk that you just said that Drake would send in. Because it weren't like, I don't know, it weren't lyrical. Like he's someone that can really go. My favorite diss on there is "Fuck the Big Three, it's just Big Me." I like to have the balls to say that after first person shooter went #1. I thought, wow, he's
Kendrick's
actually
been
him.
saying that though. Heart Part 4, for the opening.
See,
I was about to say that.
The opening bar was like, "What when the world see you as Pac reincarnated," and then it's like Kendrick says it, so everyone's like, "Oh, fair, it must be true then." Do you know what I mean? Because he's shown that he's like that artist, and he can make an album like "To Pimp a Butterfly," where some people call it like the best album ever made type deal, which mad. But I think Kendrick is definitely like, I don't know. I see Kendrick as like, this sounds mad, but I saw Kendrick I was thinking about it the other day, and I kind of see him as like a UK version of Gets in a weird way.
US version of Gets.
Sorry, US version of Gets, and I feel like if he goes on that like crazy like militant rampage thing, then everyone's done. But I don't know.
So you're saying Kendrick's gonna win?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm fighting this corner.
Listen, man, Prince outlived Mike Jack. What more was there to say?
I don't know. I don't think Drake's gonna respond. It's perfect for Cole. He's got an album coming out that will release this year, and I think yes, he's the most untested. But I just feel I wouldn't want to go against someone that's in the form that Cole is in. He's in the form of his life. And he is shelling tunes. That performance on First Person Shooter was so impressive to me. To do what he did on that beat, I couldn't believe it.
He floated.
So I'm not messing with someone that's on that time.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm jaded by his.
So then, who's J.Cole in the UK?
Who's J.Cole?
Yeah, because I'm thinking Drake would be Skepta, Getz would be Kendrick.
Yeah.
Who would be J.Cole?
Well,
That's a good question.
I actually want to call back and
Wretch.
I say I don't think every single J. Cole album is corny, just KOD. Yeah. But Wretch, yeah, that's good. That's good. Or maybe like it would have to be Wretch. It couldn't be Pot of Paper. That's too that's too gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be Wretch, innit?
Yeah,
I'd say Reg is probably the best bet. Like I was thinking Kane, but I just don't think he's like Kane.
No, not at all.
He's not. His voice
not like
isn't
Kane.
scatty enough for.
He's not like.
I
Kane
think
at all.
Yeah.
Wretch makes the most sense as a comparison for me, anyway. But yeah, I think we'll have to see how this beef plays out.
To see how it unfolds, man.
Oh, for real. I have no clue who's gonna win.
I hope it.
I think I agree with both of you I think it was you said it, that Drake won't even respond.
I can't.
That's
don't
whack.
I think he will.
I feel like
But he's gonna. If he
I think
does
he will.
respond, it's gonna be the way I hate how he responds, where it's
Well, like side
subliminals.
disses and that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do Morse code to work out what you're saying,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Either
Just go
say
for it
on
or
wax
don't. Yeah,
Like,
exactly, 100%. Well, I think I agree with you.
I hope he does.
He's in a different space and he doesn't want it. He doesn't want to do
He doesn't.
that.
Drake is a business.
He's
Yeah.
not in a studio. But even that, he's
We've got nothing to lose, man.
he's
go find him,
got
Drake,
nothing to
man.
lose.
He's done-
He's done
He's got
everything a
everything to
rapper's
lose.
done, bro.
He's got everything to lose.
Yeah, he's at the top of his game.
Everything to lose. No, he's fine. He's
He
fine.
slapped his head, and he's still here. He's got nothing to
Wait,
lose.
why do you think he's got everything to lose?
Being on top, and then yeah, I need that.
So basically, I think he has everything to lose simply on the fact that, yes, he's got all his money. Yes, he's done very well in the music industry, but then there is a title of who is the best.
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z and Nas. A lot of people will say that Jay-Z is the greatest, but whoever lost that battle, technically speaking, should be the greatest, and that's Nas.
Yeah.
So I think that will be another chink in his armor. Like, that will just be another chink in his legacy.
No, because I agree with you.
Because
I think he's got everything to lose.
Being the best.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
He wants to be the biggest artist
Yeah,
on the planet.
I think
That's where his head's at.
I
That's why he
agree.
can't step into this. Leave that to
I
them,
completely
man.
agree.
so why did he release Scary Hours Part 2?
He
'Cause everybody
maybe
was saying
in
that-
mind then, but this is all post the beef with Pusha. He's not interested in being the best, or in our
He wants to be the biggest.
Then you can't have first person shooter then. That doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
Because first person shooter defeats your argument.
How?
Because you're the top two. Like, one of you trying to be the best. And
Drake
then now
wasn't
you're
even
being...
on that time on that song. That was all Cole. The
Who's that?
beat switches.
No, we still got a studio. I don't know who's at the door. Whoever it is bugging.
Just seeing a
Oh.
room of bag of men.
Poor woman.
Yeah, because, I mean, well, the first person shoot was actually the point to make, basically. We're saying that, yeah, we're the top two.
Drake
And who's the best? Go on then.
He doesn't want to be the best rapper. He just wants to be the best artist.
He just wants to be the biggest artist.
His
Yeah.
response will prove a lot. That's what it was saying.
I don't think we'll ever see.
And in his mind, the best
I
is the
hope we
biggest.
do, man.
That's in his head.
I want
think we're gonna
it to
hear
break. I want it to break out.
I think
Yeah,
we're
me
gonna-
too.
I think we're gonna hear something. At this point, none
I
of
hope
them
so.
None of them have enough to lose. They're gonna be wherever any of them lose, they still have the big three fan base. In
This could all be planned as well.
their generation. I think
Imagine.
they-
And they do a triple collab
how-
album.
how-
Put it out.
maybe.
A song with them three would go dumb number one.
Yeah, Triple H, Rey Mysterio,
Triple H.
Yeah, right, innit?
I love that.
SmackDown.
For real. Bring that back. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say on the topic?
This is a great episode, man.
Yeah, it's a very good episode.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm enjoying
nah.
this, bro.
Appreciate you, man, pulling up.
Oh, bro, I
All good,
appreciate
bro.
having
For
me,
real.
bro.
Beechwood out now. Go
Yes,
stream
sir.
that.
On all
All
platforms.
platforms.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Monty_UK on Instagram, TikTok, every social media, Spotify, Monty. Beechwood EP out now,
Yes,
5
sir.
tracks. But yeah, just my first debut EP, my first body of work. I'm very proud of it. Produced by Zig Zuko, my boy. Done absolute bits on it. So
Thank you.
Big up everyone involved.
Yes.
And thank you lot for having me, man. It's been a pleasure. I love doing podcasts, man. I love just
Oh
sitting
no,
down
I'm
and
glad to
talking.
have you on. Next time, Matt, it doesn't even need to be a project. We could just come and shoot the shit like we just did about the
100%.
Kendrick topic. Hopefully
Yeah.
they would have replied by then. So
100%.
Man, something
Part
I'd say.
two.
part 2 for sure. All right, Made In Chafford podcast. Until next time, we out.
What?
What old music? I'm bugging.
Talk to your boy.
Allow me, man. It's been a long week.
So the song I'm choosing for this week is Claustrophobic.
We basically
by,
pick a song that we like at the moment.
okay.
And put it on our playlist. So feel free to plug anything off of Beechwood because I'm
Clean
going to
it
put
up.
something on there.
But the first, the track I'm choosing.
Oh, do you
for this
go round?
week Is
yeah, we will pick a track.
Claustrophobic on the new Metro and the Future album. That song bangs.
I'm going to pick Hop Out off of Beechwood.
Thank you very much.
Go stream that right now.
Off of Beechwood, I'd pick Running. A song that's not by me that I've been messing with a lot. Guapanese by Mick Jenkins. I've been
Okay.
Mick
bumping that a
Jenkins is
lot.
cold, man.
He's so
Guapanese
fire.
is
Cold
an
for so
insane
long.
name for a
Cold,
song.
man.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been so good for so long. I hope he actually blows up fully one day.
Fully.
Off of Beechwood, I'm gonna say this side of Beechwood. Song in general, I'm gonna say "Losing" by Cass Is Dead. I've been banging that this week.
Cold.
Yeah, at Zigzuko, on Insta, Spotify. Got a single coming out next month, so hit that.
100%. I'm gonna pick Backway off the EP
Appreciate it.
and recommend Like That by Kendrick and Future. Future and Kendrick only right after we've spoken about it. So yeah,
Yeah, true.
and this time, until next time, we out.
Love it.